Alright. Looks like that's an issue with the specific thing switching back and forth. So we'll see what it does and how it does. Still loading everything in. Still getting set up, but we'll get there. I promise we'll get there. Takes time. A lot of things take time. But here we are in the future. You can probably see the headset as well. Probably. Hope you got eyes. Then again, that could also be a me issue, but it seems like everything is displaying correctly here, more or less. Scale that down slightly. Whilst we wait for this to load in, go ahead and see what's going on over here. Oh, it is gone. Love it. Yeah, I think we'll stick with that as it is. Leave well enough alone. This is showing like it's hung up. That's very fun, very nice. So let's see if we can get that to come back. Okay, so that is in fact showing correctly now. Don't know if you guys can see everything. It does look like this is still loading in. Looks like it's still all working correctly. So we've got about 25 minutes to really get our eyes in. Feel out the car, feel out the track. I kind of just want to do the IMSA race later, which will probably be my goal for later. I mean, if we're really feeling sexy, I might actually just do that later tonight. But between now and then, gotta take a quick stopgap and just trying to relax for a little bit. I'm gonna go to the movies in a little while, but I want to at least get a race in while I had some time. I've been just doing some small chores here and there. Mercifully, the day off today, so I decided to put it to good use, as you should, as one should. So hopefully we'll get a good 20-minute race in, have some fun with it, get out, feel grateful for life, and then realize that the ranking was not good enough. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out in due time. But I hope you guys are doing well. Hope that everyone's finding themselves nice and in good spirits on this Tuesday. These load times are killing me right now. It seems like it's just about to make it there, 90%. I also don't have my gloves on me, so that's fun. I need to fix like 8 things right now, so give me just one moment to get rid of this. First of all, that's good. And now I need to go and fix my knee boards because that's going to have all the overlays and whatnot. I think you guys should be able to see everything fine. I also need to go look at the VR and everything. So let's see if we can get this to refresh. Looks like this didn't launch correctly. Let's see what's going on with that. Not found. Running. Okay. You say you're running. You say they love you. Yeah, edge overlays is just not showing up. Everything else is working fine though. There we go. There we go. Now I need to go set up for the VR output. Which makes it so it's a little nicer to see for you guys. For me, it actually kind of makes things ever so slightly more cluttered, which is unfun, but we'll live. Well, actually, it was unfun, but then, boom, there we go. Yeah, now it's more transparent, so I can actually see what's going on. Love it. That has nothing to do with you guys, I believe. So it's still acting like it's in the non-VR mode. Do this. Alright, I'm going to go grab my gloves really quick because I don't plan these things well, and then we're going to get back to it. Whatever, this is hanging up a lot. This is like having a moment and a half. So I don't know why it's not refreshing itself very well, and if you guys have any issues with it refreshing properly, then you let me know, because I have no clue why it is doing what it is doing. And a skip and a slip, sipping away. But after about 10 minutes of faff, I think we're almost ready to go. So let's get our ears in. Let's hit it. Yeah, it's freezing up. It is freezing up periodically for reasons I still don't entirely know. So if you guys are seeing it freeze up, you're having issues with it, you just let me know in the chat, and I'll try my best to fix it. Yeah, it's showing on my encoder, that's fine. It's just that when I'm looking at playback through Twitch, it looks like it doesn't know what's going on. So it's very fun. Only about 8 more things to solve. Love it. Yep, just looking for pedals still. I got steering. I got gears. It's just looking for pedals. You think you solve it. It's been a while since I've done iRacing. If you guys haven't noticed, it's been a while. Taking like week-long breaks. And sometimes you run into issues where it takes you a while to get set up. Yeah, I'm only mildly annoyed right now, if I'm honest. Oh, don't tell me. This is the reason why. It is, in fact, the reason why. Why can't all my input devices just do the same thing on all the same titles? You play Tokyo Extreme Racer one time, and all of a sudden you're being punished for your sins. One time, I tell you, one time. We got pedals. Yeah, it's been a minute, so let's just get our eyes in. Very nice and communicative at the very least, so I'm feeling a lot of the feelings I need to be feeling. We only got 10 people signed up, so we're not going to be splitting that hard if it stays like this. So I think it's probably 20 drivers max, give or take. Still be exciting enough, but personally want a little bit more than 10, if I can help it. So yeah, the big things to play with are going to be brake bias, MIG, and all the fun stuff. I need to get brake pressure as well. Alright, there she goes. Minor little tap there, not sure what the damage is looking like.
No damage, car looks clean.
That's insanity, I don't believe it for a second. That's the thing, is I need to be able to really like modulate well on these brakes. So I like that I can put a lot of force in them. I do wish there was a slight bit less deflection in the pedal, just less travel in it. Because like a good race brake. I believe that was my work phone. Okay, so everything is fundamentally working, just not working at 100%. This is, I was thinking about doing the IMSA race, but I probably would have done it in the GT3 car. Okay, I'm way hot there. Would have done the IMSA GT3 race, and, or not IMSA GT3, but, you know, like I would have done GT3 class, and it would have been a fundamentally different experience. I think we can all say that.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Okay. You understand what I'm doing with these pedals and see what I can fix. Yeah, nice things I can actually use this screen off for the most part. So yeah, if I can just hit the end of the stop, that should be at least 80% right there. I think everything else is going to be a comfort issue at this stage.
Move it, move it.
Let's see what we can do then. Yeah, it seems like we're having some issues. I don't even know, man. Yeah, it seems like this is fine. Twitch is maybe not so fine. I don't know. I'm probably reading into it too much. Anyway. Instead of doing that, I should be maybe doing the thing where I drive. Perhaps. Quite possibly. I'm not gonna have a whole lot of time to adjust to the cars. I feel like going good tires, but on some level that's okay, but I do want to understand exactly how much I can start to push. So tires feel pretty crappy right now. some more legs in this thing, just so I can really actually make it work. So along there.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the cord.
I think I can get the car to stop a little better there. Probably get close to that same braking point and still make it.
21.702.
Car's nice and responsive though. I can work with this. Like trying some default setups on some other sim titles as of late, like this is pretty tenable. Like the front axle is responsive, everything kind of works the way it needs to work. Really, at any point you're just trying to make sure that the rear is, you know, in line still. Well, at any rate, everything's working, so that's good. Because we would have handily missed the IMSA start time, just trying to get things ready. Okay, yep, car's still a little bit temperamental going over the hill. Gotta keep that in mind. Take it a little easier over there.
13.064. New fast flat for you.
Yeah, as the tires come in though, these are pretty nice. But that first lap, you're fighting them. Like, I can feel the grip starting to come on. It's not there, but it's coming. And I think it's just also that the cars are... You can really get them to do a lot if you know what you're doing. And, like, that's not even to say that I'm getting it to do a lot. It's just that the ceiling is high. That's really it. You can kind of feel it, fundamentally. So yeah, you gotta be very, very careful to make sure the wheel stays as straight as possible going over that hill. 'Cause I can feel the car getting loose still.
11.27. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Yeah, I probably want fourth there for safety for right now. Like, if I was better practiced, if I was doing my best work, I'd be letting it, you know, I'd be trying to take first turn fifth, but like, for right now, I think fourth is just the safest way to go. Yeah, I still need to get the car to respond more through 6, though. It's just... It doesn't feel dead, it just feels like I'm initiating everything too late. And it's not that it feels like it's too late, it's that it's showing that, you know, unless I really yaw the car in there, it's too late. I also have to trust that I can get the rotation reliably from it. And on cold tires, I might not be able to exactly do that, but... in general, it's showing that, like, once it's on, I can. Let's keep it. Oh, yeah. As the tires come in. As time goes by. There's still not over 20 drivers signed up. I think 25 people have joined this session, but we're only at 16 for the race, I believe. Which, if it's one split, I'm chill with that. Because we've only got 5 minutes to the race. It's very unlikely that we're going to get more than, like, if we get 2 splits, we're doing something right, honestly. And even then, it's still going to be very small amounts of cars. Oop, they're gone. I feel like I can get more from the car off the brakes, but I'm not going to try and push it right now. I want to understand more what I want. Because it doesn't feel like it's giving me anything negative right now on the brakes. It's not like blatantly pushing, it's not trying to swap ends. So I need to be paying attention, trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. Yeah, when it's right, when everything's hooked up in VR on iRacing, it's pretty special. It's really a thing of beauty. There we go. Murder! Chancellor! Yeah, we're having fun. So we're P9 right now with a 110.3. I have to imagine, yeah, they're already in like the 108s. Just by having more confidence in the car in several key areas. Namely probably corner exits, but we'll see what we can do to improve on that.
10.367.
Wasn't trying to throw it down?
They say you cut the cord. You'll have to slow down and give up the time game.
Oh, he didn't know how to slow down. I was very content to just wait because I didn't really have anything else reasonable to do there. I feel like I'm not getting as much road texture through the seat right now, but we'll worry about that one later. And brakes. Oh my god, you can just throw this thing down if you feel like it. I don't think it's efficient, but it is working. And the funny thing is, I know this is probably not the most optimal from a performance standpoint, but I really just like setting the migration to 0 just so I know where it's at. I know what to expect. God, this thing sticks through one. It's so fun. Like, I don't think I would appreciate this track on the same level if I went there, but I think I also would, because like it's just a big giant dare. This is just one giant dare of a track. It's like, hey, I bet you can't go faster there. And really the funny part is that you have to back up the corners and trust that it's going to hold. That's really the only answer. Might want to keep second there. But I feel good about driving it. I feel like I can drive the car effectively. Now, whether I can race it effectively is another question. I'm going to actually see if I can pull behind this guy who's P2. Hopefully he can show me something. A little further along that should be. He screwed up. Manor is pulling over. I need to make sure I do a good job of getting my braking done for 3 because it is a very tough one. I feel like I've got 5 down pat. And I can be taking more there. I can definitely take more at 5, so I need to start trying to take more at 5 if I can. Try and focus on that in practice. I also want to see what migration values I would want, because actually, like, if I'm looking at turn 7 and think about how I would play it, if I keep a little bit of brake pedal in there and it's migrating to the rear, like, I would want that, because I want the car to kind of, like, help assist me with rotation without like throwing the back out, if that makes any sense. Because it's very steady. It's working really well. It's very steady on
11.17.
Now I'd say really like the main thing I would do, instead of even adjusting migration at this moment, I'd probably just take the brakes a little bit further to the rear axle, just in a general sense. So I feel like I'm not in danger of the car just throwing the booty out immediately. It's more a matter of what was I saying it's a matter of? It's more a matter of braking efficiency at this stage. It is more a matter of braking efficiency. Did I get my daily dose of smug? No, I did not, and I'm cool with that, personally. I don't quite need Giscalisa. But I'm glad that you did, and we spoke a little earlier. It sounds like you certainly got your daily, and for that, I can't fault you. I'm happy for you. What's our split looking like? So we've got 15 cars in here with us. It might have actually jumped up quite a bit, because I think it was actually originally more people we had signed up. Let's see something now. Okay, so there are two splits. It's 15 and 15, so we actually got up to 30 cars. It seems like this went back to the non-VR mode, so you guys can't see the leaderboard. I'm sorry. Alright, let's try and get it rolling on cold tires. That happened. It's honestly quite hilarious. But we're gonna try and do better. But, I mean, I immediately got off limiter and I felt it. I felt everything start to light up the rears. I was like, oh, well, that's that. Should have been very, very obvious. And like, this is how you do a hybrid prototype. Like, don't give me any of that front axle driven. Like, granted, I think it's really smart to have a hybrid powered prototype with the front axle being driven by electric motors. That's really, really thoughtful. Like, that shows that the engineers were thinking the right things in the lab. But also, like, that's not a driver's car. And like, I also dislike takes like this because I feel like as long as the racing is there, that's all that matters. Like, are you racing cars or are you not racing cars? And if the answer is you are racing cars, then quit complaining. But also, you know, like, make it so that everything's on the rear axle. Like, you have to, like, these are sophisticated, well-engineered cars that are a little bit heavier than LMP2s, and they shouldn't be that much heavier than LMP2s, if you ask me. But you have to manage all that power with your right foot. Like, it's all up to the driver. There is no, oh, I'm just going to mat it out of the corner, and it's going to actually pull me out because the electric motors are on the front. No, you have to work for that thing. You have to work for that thing. It is art. It is an art project. It's a driving project. Anyways. Get the tires in. And have a nice safe qualifying. Try and load the fronts a little bit more. Get a very needless off track, just try and warm the tires. something right on tire temperature. Let's get ourselves prepped for lap 1.
Green, green, green.
Wide entry and cut in.
Okay, here comes your first
A
time
little
lap.
lift there didn't help. And commit, and let's get on the brakes a little early, pull tires. Yeah, that level of commitment and understanding is really the biggest missing piece here. I will say that. Let's get a real lap on the board now. Try and go a little shallower in the final corner.
10.89.
Keep it in 6th. Better. Not great, but better. And that's dead lap. Got a little nervous about slowing it down in time. That's okay. I am in 1st for now, which is very surprising, but just see how much we could improve the lap and what the would-be time is. Someone in 499 just pipped me. So I have 110.8 on that out lap. Final looks like it is a roughly a 109 something.
Ticket flag, ticket flag.
So P1 did a 108.9, which is nutty. But everyone else is like low 10, so I really could have stayed at the front of the field if I had just kept that one on track. Shame. Shame, shame. A failure face if I ever saw one, Charlie Brown. Let me pull up my socks. Okay. Wow, I really cannot see anything. It's too much light. Too much light. Anyways, we'll make this a one and done. Nice short race. Make it count. Have fun with it. Do what it do. And we'll cut her off. Which honestly, like, I'm here for that. I'm all here for that, baby. So, everything we've built towards, all the issues that we fixed, all the little things we try to fight across and fight through, they led to this moment. Oh, I didn't know that's how brake make worked. I probably actually wanted it MIG -2. Anyways, a little disappointed with that whole qualifying result thing, but worse things have happened. There's only 9 people who've qualified. I've got the 8th fastest time now. So we're going to be starting right in the thick of it. So honestly, that's going to be the most treacherous part, is that we're going to be starting right in the thick of it. But we didn't come to complain. We came to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Bakayaro, kanayaro. And they say, does cocaine even have a smell? Read a book is my answer to that one. Anyways, if we can go for... I feel like we should be able to get a top 5 on this one. I don't know. I'm the number 6 seed in here. I feel like we should be able to get a top 5 in this one. Now, it's going to be a fight, and Road Atlanta is notoriously a bad place to try and do passing maneuvers, but I think that we can just catch people on chaos. Catch them slipping. So that's going to be my aim. Anyways, he should be... Yeah, we're done with qualifying at this stage. Alright, let's go ahead and move into the race grid. Should be a short pace lap. There is no way in the world we're going to be doing grid. I hope it's not a long pace lap. Let's find out, though. It is a long pace lap. We're doing a full pace lap.
One to go. Next time by. Line up on the left side. Pit road is closed right now.
Alright, sock it to me. Yeah, is what it is. So you got Cadillac on pole, Ferrari second, and then Cadillac in third. Looks like it is a lot of Cadillacs here in general. Quite a few. So, Acura dead ahead of us. BMW somewhere behind, I think directly behind us. Anyways, starting P8. Let's have fun and get after it. He slowed down quite a lot, quite early. Everyone's trying to get some heat in, because it's very, very crucial to get as much heat as you can in these tires. Because this warm-up phase for the GTB is like even more crucial than most other cars. Careful. I actually got the car loose twice there. For no real reason other than trying to warm up the tire.
Catch up, 8 car.
My bad, buddy. Didn't hit him, but you don't like to get that close.
Catch up, 8 car.
Trying to make sure I avoid any sudden braking events if I can help it.
Catch up, 8 car.
Alright. Fair is fair is fair.
About to go green.
Alright, stay with the program. Remember, tires will be extra cold, so we need to just survive the first lap.
Green flag, green flag.
Alright, still alongside.
Car on. Clear.
Cleared him. Nice. Good stuff. Alright, let's just get out of bananas. Ooh, God, that was almost me too. Woof.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Very close 0x there. Don't know if I caught damage off of it.
No damage. Car looks clean.
Alright,
Car on.
let us proceed.
Clear.
That is a crap start, but hey, I should have expected that concertina there. Oh, he released the brakes. Alright, we survived the first lap. We just need to continue to survive the rest of the laps. Certainly not an ideal start, but I think we can still do something with it. Especially, I feel like we're faster than a lot of these guys, so let's go put that to use. Let's go bully some people. Throwing it down.
Clear.
That was a good pass. Yeah, just make a few more like those if we can help it. Needless 1x. Yeah, we're catching these guys, but we need to be decisive about when and how we're going to make it happen. Okay, slow. I really need to not drive in the mirror. Like, these guys are not a threat at this point. Maybe later they will be. But tires are coming in now, too. Alright, just stay in line. Set him up. Knock him down. Yep, because he missed.
Left side.
Just good planning there. Good planning. I was just ready to capitalize if he made a mistake. He's going to try and get me back going into 10A, which is a wise idea. I almost completely fucked that up. Almost completely messed it up, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I mean, I did that thing, quite frankly, but you gotta be ready to go to war. Tires are almost there. We're almost there, Grandpa. Just need some good Q laps as the tire starts coming in. That's really all we need. Good stuff. Alright, so that should be us in P9 now. Let's go ahead and just try and make some more headway. Yeah, it's getting spicy up there. Let's just wait and see how it plays. Okay, they filtered out. I don't think I want it here.
Car on your left.
Fuck. If I hadn't caught that wheel spin there, I think I would have got him.
Clear.
Try and dummy him here if I can. Nothing doing. This is way too close for me to even try and attempt there. But I can keep that pressure up, though. I think he felt me, for sure.
11.102.
But a good driver knows that, like, you don't have to work to defend here. It's really not that deep. You just need to keep your head on a swivel and watch what's going on ahead of you. Review is almost not really that important. I will say, like, it's hard to really make a good metric out of it, but, like, I feel like my ability to hold the car in VR has, like, is actually higher. Like, I've made a lot of changes since VR. Like, I have since gotten a new rig, gotten some other stuff done. I'm, you know, making a lot of software side stuff. But, like, ever since making the change to VR, I feel like it really has become a lot easier for me to just keep, you know, a good spatial track of the car. And I feel like I get that same effect in triples, too. Where I don't have to work as hard to kind of keep the car underneath me. And then most of the work is concentrated on, okay, I need to drive faster, I need to drive faster, I need to drive faster. Which means I'm probably not pushing as hard as I should be. And I will say having an intuitive sense of exactly what the car is doing is both better and worse. Because you're almost more afraid of it in that way. If that makes any sense. Okay, alright, we're starting to peter out here in terms of pace, so I think we can catch P6, P5 is a ways up the road, and we've got ourselves 11 minutes to go. I think I can definitely use a bit more bravery in some of these braking zones. It doesn't seem like we're in danger of locking up early.
9.649. You fast flat for you. Car on your left. Clear.
That's how we get it done. Alright, now we need to hold it, so just be careful. Just hold it. Just hold on to her. So you are starting to drop 11 car. Not like by a mile. I think he's actually faster than me through like pretty much 3 to 7. I think he's just quicker. But I think that everywhere else I can drop him. Just be braver on the brakes in places that matters. I don't remember clicking second there, but you know, we'll take it. We'll take it. I needed it. Alright.
10.108.
Yeah, this is a challenging track. Getting these prototypes, and I love it. Getting a little too familiar with that curve up there. So now I'm back where we qualified the car, but realistically I feel like I should be able to catch these guys. I'm not doing that just yet. But I do feel on top of it. I do feel like we're getting something done. So we can see P5 up ahead. P4 is quite a ways. There's a little action going on out there. They're racing for it. A little heavy on the gas there. You can feel the TC cutting in. But we are right in the mix now. That's good. We dropped the car behind by quite a little bit. They're almost 3 seconds back. Early on the brakes here. Didn't want to get caught up in it. That's the thing. Like, I could have been a hero and gotten it right, and if someone else got it wrong, I would have still paid the price for it. So, just being smart there was the right play. Yellow car starting to take off. Nope, this is not the one. I could try and fake him, but I'm not going to actually do anything with it. Oh, he's out. Alright, let's go get this caddy. Methodical, man. Gotta be methodical. We got 6 minutes to go. It's been a, like, good race. Good climb back to the front. This guy's early on the brakes, so they gotta watch out for that. I earned that off track, but I felt like I had it, though. I felt like everything was there. Alright, just keep her under. There's no need to push and crash. Finishing here would still be better than, you know, being a hero of valor. Like, let's try it if we get it, but... Let's try it if we get it. Otherwise, just race the race. He's got legs, though. My boy has got legs. There we go. Oh wow, you're slow. Come on. On with it. That was never going to get past done there. Like, I got oddly close to getting a pass done there, but I was never intended to get a pass done there. If I can keep him looking, then I can win this one.
Right side. Clear on the right. 11.048.
Come on, dude, we're wasting time. Let's get on with it. Got 3 minutes, and I got a car 1 second behind. I think I might fake him this time. Just keep him on his toes. Alright, I got 2 laps pretty much. Something happened back there. I have no clue. Let's see if we can catch back up to this guy. Otherwise, we're in a good spot to finish the race. Oh, we still haven't gotten white yet, have we? I think technically the leaders are far enough ahead to where they wouldn't have gotten white, so we haven't gotten white yet either. And I think we got one more in us. Let's get it.
All right. Clear on the right.
This guy's killing me, man. That certainly didn't seem intentional, but it just, like, caught me the F out. And I think he's like, okay, I'm not losing this, I'm backing up the corner and making sure I hit it. I'm like, okay. Yeah, he's pretty far away. It's going to take a little bit of a miracle if we want to catch him.
10.4.
Not mad about that. That was slow. It's almost like I just hit the tires too hard. I don't know. I think we did a good job, but like... just wasn't enough. Wasn't enough in the tank. I'm a little disappointed, but not that disappointed. We did a good job with it. Just...
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
well, he did it.
Good job. Very good job.
Alright, we're official. Go ahead and jump out of the car. Not bad. Not too shabby. Goodness gracious. I do wish I'd done a little bit better with that one, but I feel like I did what I could. So I can't get too mad at that one. It was just having to claw back from like 14th. I only had like I really only had like 2 passes maybe. So wish we'd done more. That was a really fun race to drive. I enjoyed myself. Got a little bit more iRating off of that. It's another one of those like minor gains. Roughly finished where I was expected to. I think P6 was where I was seated. And I did finish in the top half, so I gained a little bit of iRating, and I drove a marginally clean race, so I gained that extra little bit of safety rating. Not much in either case, but for the amount of fun I had, and to keep my numbers, I'm very, very happy with that. I wish I had done more, because I feel like I could have done more, but the guys in front were fast and it counted. You know, like I was like, oh, I can get him. I can get the guy in 6th place. He gave me one opportunity to figure it out, and then he said, yeah, no, not again. So it was an interesting time. It was an interesting time. And some of the guys behind, it was like, oh yeah, this is easy to just walk away on this one. But it is also a matter of how many mistakes can you avoid making? How tight are you? And I feel like I did a good job, other than, you know, like having to panic brake in the first corner, or the first lap at 7. That sucked, but I mean, it was a natural concertina. Like, that's such a slow corner. These cars don't want to turn. You're on cold tires. Everything is playing against you. So for me to mess that up is only natural, and I need to make sure I improve on that, and I'm anticipating it better. But otherwise, I'm still content and happy with what I did. Anyhow, that was a lot of fun. I hope that was as fun for you guys to view as it was for me to race, because I genuinely had a fantastic time. Like, I really enjoyed myself. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to doing more, I should say. Oh, yeah. This thing all... Oh, no, not caught up. I thought I thought that I missed that entire message for a long time, but you just came in. Atlanta people. But yeah, the Rattler strikes again. The Rattler strikes again. So we got a good race in. We only improved one position from when we qualified, and realistically, we qualified kind of bad. But given that I basically, threw it off the track after that first one, I'm pretty pleased. Pretty pleased with how it turned out. I would say that the things I need to figure out and learn from on that last one definitely fall into the category of well, I'll put it this way. I feel like my trigger discipline and my ability to judge situations was higher than average for me. It was not good enough to like really be in the 3K range that I'm trying to get to. And really, I feel like I should be there. But when you can't underestimate panic brake situations in a GTP car or in a car that doesn't have ABS, because these things, like, they stop good when they have downforce. When they don't have downforce, they don't exactly stop good. So you can't allow yourself to get caught out the way that I allowed myself to get caught out. I had a couple 0Xs with people that really were super tight, super narrow margins, and I did the best I could to be a respectful driver, and I think that came through in post. But one of those severely hurt my race, and the other one stopped me from getting an overtake done that really could have been a done deal. Because I think what happened is I kind of flinched. I kind of flinched on that second one. And I shouldn't have flinched because it was really not that big of a deal. Like, it was such a minor contact. I do actually want to go back and look at it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So give me 1 second. I'm going to actually expand this out. I don't think we're going to view the replay in VR. I think that's a bit much. I'll do it in such a way that I can still see the chat and everything. Also, the reason it's taking me so long is I'm not very wieldy with this mouse setup. Trying my best, y'all. Doing the derg, trying my best. Be a shit. But I really just want to go back and look at those two incidents. Like, how badly did I misjudge turn 7 on lap 1, and how badly did I misjudge 10A when I was trying that overtake attempt? I'm only going to look at those two because there's a lot going on in this race. But I don't want to, like, fixate on it, if that makes any sense. Let's go forward a couple laps. Okay, race start. Here we go. So we gave him plenty of room. We gave him acres of room down there, quite frankly. I actually want to go back to that really quick. Okay, so I'm looking at it. This is actually the same guy we ended up racing for 6th as well, which is very funny, yeah. So the thing is, I think we both had a good amount of racecraft, and we were both trying to race each other too safe at the end of the day. So I left him a lot of room. I start to come down mid lane, but I'm like, okay, well, I'm still going to leave him a car's width and change in case he like starts to push out or something. I've seen terrible, terrible things happen down here where you don't leave the space, so... Left him plenty, and I got a good exit out of there. I think he choked up a little bit just to be safe. Pretty much got out of there scot-free. So that would have been me up to 7th in that moment right there. A little messy on that curb, but we kept it together. And again, like, unless you're really, really bad through one of those areas, You don't have to focus on being in the review too much. What happened there? Alright, now I'm going to break my little rule and say I'm going to go rewind and see what happened to that person. So I think he just hit the curb weird. So let's slow-mo that. Yep, so the car was already coming around before he even got to the curb, and then basically just swoop, swapped ends. Anyways, go back to normal speed. So what did I do here? So they're packed up. This is a warning sign right here. I already had a warning sign. These guys are going side by side through turn 6. That's a giant warning sign, and the Acura backs out of it because it's not really a strong move. Cadillac brakes kind of early. Cold tires, fair. Acura brakes kind of early, fair. He's making space, making room. And I 0x'd him. So I panic braked, and I 0x'd him. Yep, and if I had modulated the brakes a little bit more, I think I would have been able to avoid that lockup at the very least. And then, of course, I'm just out in no man's land, no man's land, no man's land. If I was smart, I would put a little bit of brake back into the car to help it kind of make the turn. Maybe not go off into the grass. Because on this rejoin, everyone's right here. Let's go to far chase just so you guys can see. Everyone's right here. So, like, that's all just missed opportunity. I'm trying not to be a jerk on the rejoin either. So I just let them go. Just let them go, because you have to acknowledge that you messed up sometimes, so I just let him go. This Porsche's going to grab me right here. Don't really have anything I can do about it. Just too much speed difference. It's going to tuck back in. And get to work. So I'm noticing some of them like, okay, well, he's braking kind of early. He locks up. And I'm also still very conservative because it's still lap 1. Tires are cold, and the GTPs are honestly the worst for it. Don't know what happened there either. Let's see if we can find out. So yeah, another one of those, just too much steering angle, too much throttle at the same time. Same deal as the Cadillac that spun earlier. Just loses it over the crest, then releases the brake slightly, but keeps it in his lane. So good on him. I'm gonna fast forward a ways. I might even just go forward a few more laps. I want to see some other incidents that happened around us. See what we can figure out. Maybe leaving soon anyway. So he just kind of dipped a tire there. There's a very small mistake, but it was a mistake nonetheless. And if you don't get a lot of practice in these cars, it's a very easy mistake to make. Either just over or underdoing it, because you have to be very precise with your pedal, with your footwork, and with your hands to make sure the car does exactly what you want it to do. So going up to 5. I don't feel like he took as much room as he could have. Yeah, no, he kind of left a little bit there. Not a ton, but a little bit. And then just lets it kind of coast out. Gets a bad bounce off the curb. Sail is out, has to lift just for self-preservation. Gives me an immediate in for turn 6. We're going to drag race him up there. I give him a little bit extra room because it's hard to see those things. Even when you're in VR, it's still hard to see those things. Leave him plenty of space. Get down there, make the pass, just let it coast out. I knew I was safe at that point. And then early on the brakes, make sure you don't, immediately undo your hard work by sailing out on turn 7. And then boom, we're good to go. I think there's a little more carnage. You can see cars up here. They are still battling. They're going through it, fighting hard for it. You never want to be side by side through most of the turns on River Landing. You want to avoid that as much as possible. And I mean that last one's not so bad, but like they're side by side. Other car starting to think about pushing in. Ferrari takes it, holds it. And I'm just watching all of this unfold in front of me. Like, okay, this is still danger zone. This is still danger zone. We're lap 3, danger zone. That was my second 1X that I got. I think I just got this guy because he shook himself up a little bit. Yep, and just got a bad exit there. I'd love to see what he did inputs wise, but really like the main thing that you can see if we go in slow-mo The only real thing to notice is misses the apex. Nowhere near where the car needs to be. Also carrying quite a lot of speed. If we go back to me, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be slower. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm 5 mile an hour slower. And he's further into the corner, so he should be going a lot slower, but just misses the apex. Still holding the brakes in there. And actually, if we slow-mo for me, I'm already out of the brakes. Like, at this point, I've already done all the slowing down I need to do. I'm checking up, waiting to see what he does. And he gets a real poor exit, misses the apex. I gain a ton of time. We pretty much finish this by the time we get to the gantry. He tucks in. We race down there. And I go really defensive here. Like, I go extra defensive. Just because I'm like, okay, well, I got it done. I don't want to give it back to him immediately. And I also haven't been put in the situation just yet. So I go, like, almost middle of the road. He brakes pretty early. Gotcha. And then, yeah, actually just drops it. Just drops it completely on his own. I thought that, I wasn't sure what happened, but just dropped it on his own. No, if it was throttle. No, it was all brakes. He dropped it on the brakes. Either too much migration or just too much pedal in it. Just car goes around. It's the end of the day. Anyways, fast forward a little bit more. We got quite a gap. These guys are fighting quite a bit. And I think one of them's not that quick, so I start to catch up pretty quickly, probably within like a lap or two. And then this one I think is just something else entirely happened. I'm gonna, yeah, and that one was just, I guess just dropped it on the brakes, looks like. Hard to say. Yeah, he's already coming around. He just dropped it on the brakes. Either got in throttle too early or just dropped it on the brakes trying to get it to rotate. And then the Acura gets, I think, a 0x off of him. This guy's off in the dirt. It's a lot going on. That packs everyone up pretty hard. Anyways, I'm going to fast forward to that final incident where I was racing Ethan. Because I'm already pretty much out of time at this point. Yeah, there are some weird checkups going on here, but I think he was like, okay, I'm racing pocket, racing pocket, racing pocket. And then I start to get in his mix, and he's like, okay, I can't keep racing pocket. This guy's gonna take me. And he did a good job at just turning it up. Okay, yeah, what happened there? That was it. That was the moment. Okay, so we have a pretty good run already set up coming off the last corner. I don't think he messed up or anything. It just got a good run. And then boom, boom, bam. Making our way down the straight. Out of 9. Let's go half speed. So he brakes kind of early, and I'm like, yo, like this is my time to shine. I pretty much get on his door right there. Let's go frame by frame now. He locks up a little bit. I didn't expect him to lock up. I expected him to kind of tighten it up a little bit, make it much harder for me, so I gave him as much room as I humanly could. Ooh, that was the tiniest of 0x's. That was such a small tap. Like, I literally turned out of it just trying to make sure there was no possible way I hit him, and we still tagged him. And I should have just said, hey, I'm just going to be on the door. I'm just going to be on the door. And I probably would have locked down the position if I had, because, like, if we go back and we look at the body language of my car, I literally turn away from the corner. Like, I'm pointing to 10B still. We go forward to flame. Pointing away, actively pointing away from the corner now. This is detrimental. This is a problem. This is the problem. This is what lost me that whole exchange, really. Because now I have to flip it back the other way. He can go the tight line and pretty much gets a fender on me right then and there. Plus, he's already in a better spot to accelerate the car out because he can just go out to the left, and I can't. So, sorry, my right is left. Anyways, that was a really good exchange. I think that put him on notice. He said, okay, I'm going to step it up from here, or the tire should be there, and I can push out a little bit further. Because I was watching his braking zones. He didn't really brake early any point after that. He said, okay, I can brake later. I'm going to brake later. And then he pretty much held it the entire way. I think I made 1 or 2 small mistakes, and that kind of sealed the deal for us. But it was a good one. Yep, that was one of the big ones right there. I think I don't remember if I got loose or what happened, but that's pretty much it. Anyways, I had fun. I hope you guys had fun watching. We're going to go ahead and quit this app. And I'm going to go ahead and shut down the stream. But, as always, thank you guys so much for showing up. Take care, race fair, and until next time, keep it on the track.